One day, you will move $500 million with a single phone call. Your signature will decide the fate of entire companies. The most powerful people in the world will ask for your opinion. But today you are just an intern, and this journey is brutally unforgiving. Level 1. The intern. Salary? Maybe $20 an hour. Respect? Almost zero. Your job is simple. Do everything nobody else wants to do. You're making coffee at 7 a.m. and still sitting at your desk at midnight. Excel sheets, data entry, research reports that nobody reads. You went to a top university, maybe even graduated top of your class, and now you're fixing your boss's printer. But here's what nobody tells you. The intern who pays attention is taking notes on a $2 billion portfolio. You're invisible, but your eyes are open. Intern quietly observing senior traders, writing notes, city lights outside window late at night. Most interns quit mentally before the summer ends. The ones who survive. They're built different. Level 2. The analyst. You made it! You got the full-time offer. Base salary, $100,000 to $150,000, plus bonus. For a 24-year-old, it sounds like a dream. Until you realize your life is no longer yours. 80-hour weeks. Weekends don't exist. Your friends are getting married, traveling, living, and you're building financial models at 2 a.m. Your job is to find opportunities, to dig so deep into a company's financials that you know it better than its own CEO. Analyst presenting research report. Senior managers listening with crossed arms, skeptical expressions. And when you finally present your research, your senior looks at you and says, "Is that all?" The pressure is relentless, but so is the learning. In 2 years as an analyst, you learn more about money, markets, and human psychology than most people learn in a lifetime. Survive this level, and the real game begins. Level 3. The associate. $200,000 to $300,000 a year. Now we're talking. You're no longer just doing the work. You're starting to think. You're managing analysts below you and answering to portfolio managers above you. You live in the middle, and the middle is a dangerous place. This is where most people get stuck, because at this level, talent alone is not enough. You need instinct. You need conviction. You need to look at a company, a market, a trend, and say with confidence, "I'm right, and here's why." Associate alone at desk, staring at charts, deep in thought, city skyline in background. The ones who make it past associate level have one thing in common. They stopped following other people's ideas and started having their own. Because in a hedge fund, original thinking is the only currency that matters. Level 4. The portfolio manager. $500,000 to $2 million a year. And now, you're the one making the calls. Not recommendations, not analysis. Actual decisions, real money. Sometimes hundreds of millions of dollars. One wrong call, and you lose your investors' trust. One bad quarter, and your fund starts bleeding. The stress at this level is something no salary can fully compensate. PM in high pressure. Meeting, investors asking tough questions. PM staying calm and composed. You wake up at 5 a.m. checking Asian markets. You go to sleep thinking about Fed policy. Your mind never truly switches off. But when you're right, when your thesis plays out exactly as you predicted, when your fund is up 40% and the market is down 10%, that feeling is indescribable. Portfolio managers are the engine of a hedge fund, but even they answer to someone. Level 5, the partner. Compensation, $2 million to $10 million. But money is no longer the point. At partner level, you own a piece of the fund. You don't just manage money. You manage relationships. Sovereign wealth funds, pension funds, billionaire family offices. These are your clients now. One dinner with the wrong person, and you lose a $500 million allocation. One strategic mistake, and your fund's reputation takes years to recover. Partner at exclusive dinner with institutional investors, city lights, quiet luxury restaurant. Partners operate in a world most people never see. Private jets to meet clients in Zurich, closed-door conversations about global macro trends, access to information and networks that literally move markets. But here's the thing about power at this level. It's fragile. One bad year, one scandal, one key manager leaving, and everything you built can unravel. The truly elite, they don't just survive at this level, they build something that outlasts them. Level 6, the founder, the chief investment officer. This is the person who started it all, who looked at the world and said, I see something nobody else sees, and I'm going to bet everything on it. Ray Dalio, Ken Griffin, Steve Cohen. These names are not just hedge fund managers, they are institutions. Running $10 billion, $50 billion, $100 billion in assets. Their daily decisions ripple through global markets. When they buy, prices move. When they sell, industries feel it. Founder addressing a room full of analysts and managers, commanding presence. But what most people don't know about founders at this level, the loneliness is real. Every major decision ultimately rests on them. The culture of the entire firm flows from them. If they lose their edge, the whole machine slows down. Ken Griffin once said, "The moment you think you know everything about markets, markets will humble you." Founders don't reach this level by being the smartest. They reach it by being the most obsessed. Level 7. The billionaire. Net worth, $1 billion and beyond. And at this point, the game completely changes. You're no longer just managing money. You're shaping policy. You're funding political campaigns. You're buying media companies. You're building private islands. George Soros broke the Bank of England and made $1 billion in a single day. John Paulson bet against the entire U.S. housing market in 2008 and made $15 billion while the world collapsed. At this level, your hedge fund is almost secondary. It's a vehicle, a base of power. You have a family office managing your personal wealth, a team of lawyers, accountants, and analysts working only for you. Art collections, real estate empires, venture capital bets on future technologies. The billionaire hedge fund manager doesn't just play the game, they help write the rules. From intern to billionaire, from $20 an hour to $20 million a year, from fixing printers to fixing markets. The hedge fund world is brutal. It will test your intelligence, your discipline, your mental health, your relationships. Most people who try don't make it. But the ones who do, they don't just accumulate wealth, they accumulate power, knowledge, and a perspective on the world that very few human beings ever get to experience. The question was never, can you make it to the top? The question is, how much are you willing to sacrifice to find out? Every empire starts with one decision. What's yours?